Hey there, I'm Shauna, and I'm from the Yoga Center Winnipeg, and this is Yoga Snacks episode 14. And Yoga Snacks is nourishment for the body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so today I'm starting on the floor. I'm sitting on a folded up blanket. You could sit on a pillow or whatever is comfortable for you, and of course you can always use your chair. And let's just take a moment or two to center. Last week we worked with breathing, so you might even work with that again, where you just bring one hand onto the belly and one hand onto the chest. Maybe let your eyes close, focusing your attention inward. And as you breathe in, feel the whole body. As you breathe out, feel the whole body. As you breathe in, being aware of your heart space, your feelings. As you breathe out, breathing aware of your heart space. As you breathe in, noticing your mind and your thoughts. As you breathe out, noticing your mind and your thoughts. As you breathe in, aware of the whole space around your house or wherever you're practicing. As you breathe out, aware of the space around you. Okay. And then let's get started. So we're going to stay seated. You can bring your right hand to the floor or the side of the chair. As you exhale, a side bend. As you inhale, come up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come out. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Let's change the cross of the legs if you're sitting cross-legged. And this time, as you exhale, side bend to the right, but stay here. Let the whole right side of the body open and have the feeling that you're keeping your hips evenly rested to the chair or the floor. Inhale and come up. And exhale and go to the second side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay a little bit longer than we did the first time. Inhale and untwist. Exhale and twist to the second side. Inhale, untwist. Okay, let's lie down. So I've got a blanket for my head. That'll work. You may also have a belt or a tie. I've got a scarf here that I use. We're going to start by coming down to lie on the back. And if you have that handy, that would be great. If you need a moment to run and get it, you can take that while we settle onto the back. And for a few more moments, just notice the breathing. Okay, and you can just drop your knees over to your left. Then inhale, take your knees up. Exhale, drop your knees over to the right. Inhale, knees up. Let's do that again. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale out. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale up. Okay. Exhale, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Inhale, back it away. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, back it away. Let's do one more. Exhale, knee to chest. This time, instead of backing it away, keep holding around your shin or the back of the thigh. If you're comfortable, you can straighten your left leg along the floor, keeping it relaxed, or even stretching out through your heel. And then exhale, bend your left knee. This time, if you've got a belt or strap, you can put the belt around the arch of the foot and slowly straighten your right leg. And maybe start by bringing your right leg to the height of the left knee. This is a great place to start. And for some people, this is going to be where you stay. The foot is a little bit flexed, toes can spread. But if you're comfortable here, you can start to slowly bring your right leg a little higher. Not important how high, but let the back of the right leg be open. Here we can work with the arms straight and the shoulders relaxing in the direction of the floor. Take a couple of breaths. Put the belt into your right hand and start to open your right leg a little bit to the right while you open your left knee to the left. Doesn't need to be very far. Keep the pelvis balanced on the floor, the hips balanced. Then inhale and take your right leg up. Left knee comes up and leans in a little bit. You can bring your right leg a little bit towards your left. You can even hold the belt with the left hand. And then slip your belt off your foot and cross the legs. Just rock a little bit from side to side. And that might be enough here, but there's a bonus move, so you can press your hands into the mat, lift your knees towards your chest. If you're very comfortable, you can even wrap your feet. And then, even more bonus, bring your hands behind your head, and if you feel like it, curl your head towards your knees. And then inhale, head goes down, legs unwind, put the feet on the ground, feel your breathing. Okay, let's take the left leg, hug it in, so as you exhale, you bring it in. Inhale out. Exhale, knee closer. Inhale, leg a little further. A couple more. So next time when your left leg comes in, keep it in. You can keep your right knee bent or maybe stretch the leg along the floor. Leg is relaxed at first. And then if it feels okay for you to straighten the leg and press through the heel. Doing that. And then relax your left knee away a little bit, bend your right knee, and find your belt. Put your belt around the arch of the foot and slowly straighten your left leg. And maybe the knee and the ankle, the two knees line up at first. Arms are straight, and if this is as far as your body wants to go, well, that's just fine, that's perfect. But otherwise, you could start to bring your leg a little bit closer towards you, a little bit more vertical. Main priority is the back of the leg is open and that you feel some sensations, but you're not feeling pain. You're not struggling. Just breathing and noticing what you feel. Then take the belt into the left hand. Open your right knee a little bit to the right, so you're on the outer edge of the foot. And start to take your left leg towards the left. Use the belt to help. Taking a few breaths. And then inhale, lift your left foot back up, your right knee back up. Take the belt in the right hand or the scarf. Start to move your left leg to the right and your right knee leans in. And then just carefully slip your foot out of the belt, and if it's possible, you cross the legs. And here's where you may want to stay, or if it's okay, rock them a little. Okay, if that's okay, next part is to press your hands into the mat and bring the knees towards you. And that might be where you stay, or you could bring your hands behind your head, curl your head towards your knees. Inhale, head down, feet down. Release your hands. Rest for a moment. And just one last thing before we stand up or get up. We're going to put the left leg straight, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Keep the right knee bent and then open your right leg out to the side. So this pose in yoga is tree pose. We're lying down though. And you can stretch your arms over your head. Press out through the feet, reach through the fingertips, coming into what's called Supta Vrikshasana, or lying down tree. To come out of this one, first release your arms, then lift your right knee, then bend your left leg. Let's try it on the other side. Straighten the right leg, toes pointing up, left knee opens out to the side, foot presses against the inner leg, and inhale the arms up, exhale the arms over the head, and stay here for a few breaths, pressing out through your heel, reaching through your fingertips. And then to come out, maybe lift the knee first, exhale the arms down, bend the right knee. Okay, and then roll to your side. If you feel lightheaded, stay on your side a little longer. Otherwise, you use the arm strength to help you stand up. And we can just clear that off a little bit and come all the way up to standing. And then I always like to shake when I stand. And I think we'll grab the chair, have the chair handy. So, standing beside your chair, you can have your hand on the seat of the chair, or no, not the seat, the upper back of the chair, if you like. And basically, we're going to work a little bit with balance now. So as you come to stand, let's take the weight into the right foot. And if you want, you're using the chair for support. If you feel comfortable without the chair, you can have your hands on your hips. If you notice, I've got my hands on my hips, but my elbows resting on the chair. So I've got a little tricky help for balance. And I'm just going to pick up my left leg and circle the ankle. And then, whoa, swing it around. If you need, hold the chair and also swing the leg forward and back. Okay, and then stand. Feel what it feels like to stand on 2 feet again, and then we'll do the other side. And so start by circling the ankle. Hold the chair if you like or need. Swing. Oh yeah, do the fancy thing with your circling your lower leg. Just don't kick the chair. And then stand with both feet on the ground. So, a little tip for balancing. Sometimes hard floor is easier to balance on than a fluffy carpet. So that's always good. And also having something to look at helps. So eyes can focus on a point in front of you. Maybe there's something on the floor or the wall that you can look at. And then with your hand on the chair or your hand on your hips, start to bend your left knee and lift your left toes off the floor, bringing your left leg up as high as you're comfortable. Hips balanced. And if you feel steady and you know it, you can bring your arms up into what's called cactus pose. And sometimes when you're balancing, you feel wobbly, and that's okay, because actually balancing is a process. Okay. and then step your foot down and stand. And even if you need to hold the chair or a wall or something the whole time, no problem, because the other thing is, one of the benefits about balancing is it's really good for building bone density, and also for our cognitive. And even if you're using the chair for support, you still get those benefits. So let's change to the other side. Left foot on the floor, right knee starts to bend, holding the chair if you like, or hands on the hips. Start to pick up the right knee, as high or not high as you need. If you feel steady and you know it, bring your arms up into goalpost or cactus. And then carefully step down, stand, and just feel what it feels like to stand. Feel your breath and your heartbeat. Great. Okay, let's try the tree pose. So I'm just going to move this a little further away. Taking the weight into your left foot, bend your right knee, and keep the toes on the ground at first. So just practice opening the leg out. You might bring your hands to your hips, so you might fall over even in this little opening place, and that's okay. Hips are neutral, tilted neutral. If you feel steady and you want to take your leg higher, you can bring it to your lower leg. You can rest it near your knee, or you can hike it all the way up to your inner leg. Hips forward facing. Center of the chest lifts, crown of the head presses up. This is maybe where you stay, or if you feel steady and you know it, extend your arms like branches, eyes focused. And maybe you're shaking, maybe you're blowing in the wind, and that's always okay. Letting this be for fun, for experiment. Okay. And then we're going to step the foot down, stand, and just feel what it feels like, 2 legs on solid ground. Okay, second side. So hold the chair, start with the toes on the floor, and this might be where you stay. If you feel steady to bring the leg up, you can start to bring the leg up. Wherever you like to work, focus your eyes on a point in front of you. Hands can hold the chair, or hands can be at the hips, or if you feel steady and you know it, arms reach up. Okay, and then as you exhale, hands come down to the heart, step your foot down, just stand. Great. Okay, this time, I'm going to use the chair to help again, and I'm going to put the chair over here. And stand so that you're facing the chair, and step your right foot up onto the chair. And then find your balance. And sometimes even with your foot on the chair, the balance is challenging, and that's okay, that's part of it. If you need more steadiness, you can have your left hand reaching towards the chair seat. Otherwise, you can have your hand coming to your sacrum. It's the bone at the back of the hips here, the triangular bone, and then your left hand comes to the thigh, outer thigh. Turn, twist, smile like you're having fun, and then untwist. Carefully step your foot down. Stand and breathe. Okay. Let's take the left foot up, standing so that you're mostly lining up your hip over heel. If you're a little bit forward today, that's okay. I certainly am. Lift up through the top of your head. Eyes steady. And then perhaps twisting to your left, so you could put your Left hand on the sacrum, your right hand on your left thigh. Turn a little bit. Then inhale, untwist. Use the chair for balance. Take your foot down. Stand for a moment. And then actually, let's just put the hands on the chair and walk the feet back. And you can fold forward from the hips, stretch your back out. Feel your breathing. Notice what kind of inner talk you've got from balancing. Sometimes the inner critic is a little bit high when we do balancing. And then as you inhale, look up and walk your feet forward and come all the way up. Okay. Take the chair, and I'm going to sit on the chair. We're going to do possibly one more standing pose, but that'll depend. Let's start by sitting. And so sit actually towards the front of the chair. And then walk your left foot to the middle of you, sort of towards the midline, and cross your right leg over. Kind of like you're going to have a discussion. But cross your right leg over, and if you can even wrap your foot right around. It's probable that that's not available, in which case just think of hugging the legs in towards the center. But if it wraps, great. And then you move your feet back a little bit closer to the chair. So your knees are going a little bit forward. And then this pose is called eagle. So we're going to do eagle sitting in the chair. In the eagle pose, option 1 is to give yourself a great big hug. And option 2 is to take the left arm, rest it under the right, and wrap your hands. So first, let's lift the chest, lengthen your spine, coming to more of a straight position. And then, if you feel like it, curve yourself forward. And bring your elbow towards your knee. Bow your head, let your spine round. Staying here. And then inhale and slowly come up. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. Rest for a moment. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. So the right leg steps in towards the middle. Left leg crosses over. Tight cross, or maybe you can get your foot wrapped around. Sometimes you have to kind of wiggle to do that. Walk the feet back. And then this time we do it with the other arm on top. And so you give yourself a big hug with the other arm on top. You can stay like that or lift the elbows. Lifting the elbows up. And then if you like, you stay upright, or if you like, you curve forward. And then inhale, come all the way up. Unwrap. And fold forward. Okay, and then from the forward bend, we're going to stand up. And we don't have very much time left, but you could either stay sitting in the chair, but I think it's time to try this balancing. So it's called eagle pose, Garudasana. And so one way of doing it is bending your right knee, crossing your left leg over, keeping your feet on the floor. Or you wrap the leg around, give yourself a big hug, wrap the arms, come into the balancing variation. It's funny because when I look in the camera, it looks like I'm still sitting on the chair, but there's no chair. And then release, flap your wings, stand down. And we'll do the other side. So Make sure your floor is even, not rumply. And then we're going to bend the left knee, cross the right leg over. The toes can stay on the floor, or you can bend the knee more deeply, wrap more deeply. And then you switch the arms, and I've forgotten which ones I did last time, but just do what you didn't do last time. Lift your elbows up. If you're feeling loose for balance, you use your toes against the floor. If you feel steady, just sit down, stay focused. Nice. And then step your foot down, flap your eagle wings, and then let's take a nice wide step round your spine, grasp your opposite elbow, kind of come into a swinging, it's called ragdoll. It's kind of swing and sway. And then from here, you could bend your knees, go right down to the floor, and all the way down to lie on your back. Today, actually, we did a lot of leg work, and the chair is handy, so I'm going to put my chair there and put my legs on the chair to rest. So take a little blanket or some pillow for the head. If your legs are longer than mine and the back of the chair is in the way, turn it sideways. Otherwise, oh my goodness, let your whole body rest. Feel your breath. Feel your body, your heart space, your mind, resting in this open space. Nothing left to do. And as always, you can stay here as long as you want or need. If you're ready to come out, want to join me, then you wiggle your fingers. Draw your legs in slowly. Roll to your side. Making your way up to sitting. As you come to sit, perhaps bring your hands together at your heart. Just taking a moment of gratitude for this opportunity to stretch and breathe, to have time, the opportunity to focus inward. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening. Namaste. Bye-bye.